everybody. It is day 2 of classroom setup. I'm currently working on a project back there, trying to get my rolling cart together, and then I'm going to slap the labels on that, and I guess we can do that together. So let's get rolling. So I built my rolling cart and I put my labels in, but I saved one just to show you guys how I attach it onto my drawers, because these do come with a little knob, so I try to put these under them. So the first thing you want to do is kind of just line up your label where you want it to go. On the back, you're going to use a Sharpie like I have over there, and you're just going to do a tiny little dot to mark where you're going to make the hole to be able to put your doorknob through it. You could use like a hole punch or an X-Acto knife. I forgot both, but luckily I have scissors, this tool for my screwdriver, and a hammer. So what I've been doing is just lining up this little tool right here, and then I hit it with the hammer and it'll poke a tiny hole. And that's the method I've been using because I have this cardboard on the floor, so I'm not hitting directly like on the table or floor. And then it makes that tiny little hole that you can see right there. And then from then on, you can do it 2 ways. So you can line it back up and it'll match up with the back right there. And then you can either use the same tool you used to make the hole in it to make a bigger hole, or you can use scissors. I'm just gonna use the same tool, and then I'm gonna try to show you the best I can. Here's the hole. I'm just pushing it in, and then there's a bigger one, and then it's super easy. I take the back. You want to take the screw, pop it through the back. There, it's going to hold it, and then just screw your little knob in. And then I'm going to secure these with double-sided tape. For now, this is pretty secure, but before the school year starts, I'm also going to just put that tape on the back of it. Here's the finished look. I love how it's looking. It is so cute, and I think my mother gifted me this cart, and then all the labels I made myself, and I'm thinking about putting them on Teachers Pay Teachers, like super cheap, maybe like $2 or something. So let me know in the comments if that's something you're interested in, because I love designing this and it fits my theme, and I feel like in the future I would definitely want to make a Teachers Pay Teachers. The second thing I wanted to do today was to organize my desk by making them the same height, but the principal actually just came in and told me that they're gonna do that for me. So I'm gonna move on to another task, which is just hanging up these alphabet posters. And I'm thinking that I kind of want to have them like right above the door, like ending there. So like the Z will be there, and then as we go, it'll go just along this one wall, because this is where I plan to have like my morning meeting carpet, like in this center area. So I want this to be like a focus wall in the room. So I'm gonna start to do that. But I saw this hack where if you put masking tape on the papers like on a table next to each other, that when you go to hang them up, they're all lined up. So I'm gonna try to do it by groups of 4 possibly, and then that way all I have to do is put tape on the corners of them, and then I can remove the masking tape once I put them up correctly. Okay, so someone just came in and told me that I'm actually gonna be giving an alphabet posters and like cards for my walls and stuff like that by school, but I haven't received those yet, so I stopped what I was doing and I'm gonna move on to another task. Desk, and I put some of my stuff that I want around this general area on top of it, just so I can like clear some of these bags that I have on the floor. And I'm gonna start putting this paper up on that double door right there, because that's where I'm gonna put my happy birthday like sign bandage thing. So I'm trying to do that now, and hopefully I don't run out of time. bulletin board that you saw me start earlier, and I have a ton of these where we're gonna write their name and then the date of the birthdays of my students' birthdays. And yeah, so I finished that. It doesn't look the best, but it's better than what was going on earlier, so there it is. And then moving along to like the cubby space, I have 21 students. So these unfortunately are just 10 and 10 spaces. So I did have to put one of my students right there. But basically I just did like our even numbers on the bottom and then our odd numbers on top. And then I did add these little peanut butter and jelly partner label things that I made last year or whenever I did my student teaching. And I'm gonna write the student's name in the middle part, which is white. And then the student, they can put their things that would go in this spot of their cubby, they can put it on top of here, and then they have hook to hang their stuff as well. And I also finished up my hydration station from the other day. I think I started this on the first day or second, but I'm missing the eye, so I had to make one out of paper, so that's why that looks like that. But I think otherwise it's pretty awesome. And I attached my labels onto here, and I put a little water bottle about the size of what they'll be drinking in there, and if it's perfect. So I'm feeling really happy about that. One of the projects I need to tackle later in the week, so tomorrow's gonna be Friday for me, so probably do this next week on Monday, look through what I have and see what labels I need to make for these bins, because this is where a bunch of our materials are gonna be. Most of these are empty, but some of them have stuff in there for me already. It's like clocks and stuff, and I'll just have to look through what I have and put stuff there and make labels and just figure it out. And then I think since this is here, this is an awesome place for me to put my groups. So I have like that amount of wall right there to put my groups if I try to do that there, or I could also put it right here, but we'll see. I definitely have a lot of wall space here to do a lot of different projects. I also need to tackle my student center, which is going to be right here. I have my mailbox system. Pretty sure I already showed you guys my desk, so I'll skip this. And then I have my library, so I dusted and cleaned the bookcases already, and then I put my books there, and I bought those today. 2 of those for $10 at Home Goods, I believe. It was on clearance. Those are like outdoor cushions, so I was like, you know what, that's perfect, and they'll probably be super easy to clean. And then I just added my basket where I carried my books in, and I put my one pillow in there. I was told that they're gonna adjust the height of my desk, so I haven't touched them, but I did put all of the laptops for my students there. I am like sweaty. I'm just a sweaty hot mess right now, so I'm going to go home. I've only been here 4 hours today, but I just feel like it's time to go. I need to definitely get my materials together and figure out how I want to do my student center, because that's definitely the next project I want to tackle. And then we're just gonna keep chugging.